Day. From the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Illinois.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here we go. COVID-19.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. To throw on second down. Hills, he'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Kamara up the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run it again with Kamara. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Third and 3. From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
The Falcons in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll stick with Algier.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
from the 2. Here's first and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Toss it out right to Kamara.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
That is caught. Touchdown.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try to mount a comeback.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Hills.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on first down. Hills. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 8 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Algier, touchdown, Falcons. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Going to the right here and finding Burks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Hills has his man. It's Shakir. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He had his lone attempt blocked. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's Scoop taking it right down Broadway. Clock reading zeros. He is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Algier. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally and take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. I'll tell you, he got away with it there, pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do, and these young quarterbacks, these rookies, I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year, and he said, yeah, but when I take off and go, I I kind of have a running back mentality, and I'm like, yeah, but you're a quarterback. That's what they pay you for. Have that mentality, but know at the end of the play, protect yourself.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Here comes third down and 7. Back to throw. Hills. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Again, this is Kamara, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now here's a throw that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Motion man is Shakir. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Hills. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They run. It's Kamara. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. He'll keep it himself. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here we go with Kamara. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
There he goes, right side. Now look out to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Falcons are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Hills, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Troy Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hills, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions. possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Now Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line.
First catch here for London, and also a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
To the air, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing to start the drive. Hills.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hills, left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Falcons, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.